Hello guys, you know my Alexa just went off as I started that stream. Alexa, stop. Thank you for joining guys. So today we're gonna be trying out Java and I'm gonna be trying not to end myself. But I figured, I've heard all this stigma about Java being a horrible programming language, so I figured we'll give it a shot and then we'll decide for ourselves if it's a bad programming language, rather than just listening to everyone else. So I hopefully have this set up in Visual Studio Code, but I'm not sure if it actually works properly. But it looks like it's all working fine. But literally 2 minutes ago, I got this working. So it was very last minute, but it seems alright. The way that I figured that would be learning Java today is actually by using the W3 Schools tutorial here. So I figured, it would be a bit boring if I just followed like a YouTube video or something like that. So it might make it a bit more interesting for the sake of the stream and the video, if I actually do that here. Now it doesn't look like chat is actually working like on display, which is kind of weird. So I am actually very quickly just gonna see if I can get that working. One sec. But yeah, I intend to just have like a chat overlay for the sake of the video because this is going to be uploaded to YouTube afterwards. So I'm gonna very speedily try not to leak my email and get that set up. So bear with me just a sec, guys. And also I might be answering some of your questions later as well if you want me to. And in the Discord server, we might actually get some people to join as the majority of you like the sound of that. But we'll do that later. And I intend, depending on how this stream goes, I intend to do this over the course of the next few days. So I'll stream every day and then I'll like condense that down into a video because I've also got this recording as well. Bear with me just a second and I'm going to see if I can get this chat box working. So I need to go to chat box. I'm using Streamlabs by the way for this, so I've actually never used this before, so I'm just kind of praying that it works. Okay, let me repaste that URL in. Oh wait, no, okay, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it, it's just not very clear. Let me see if I can adjust that. Maybe pop that like here. I'm not entirely sure. I think here's good. There we go. And then we can see what you guys are saying now, which is pretty awesome. So, let me know what the audio level's like. If I'm too quiet or too loud, let me know. But we're gonna get started with the W3 Schools Java tutorial. So, I've used W3 Schools before. And they don't cover a lot, but what they do cover, they cover pretty well. They make it pretty clear. So I just figured, the likelihood is I'm not going to be using Java long term. It's going to be like a fun thing for a video, and then I'm just never going to touch it again, unless I fall in love with it. But based on what I've heard about Java, I don't I don't think that's going to happen. So first of all, I guess this is like the boilerplate for like a first Java project. So it looks like it doesn't matter what you actually call your main class. Although, yeah, it doesn't because we just called it app here. So yeah, okay, I'm guessing that I'm actually not sure. Maybe it's like configured in like some sort of like okay. I'm kind of just guessing here. I have literally no idea how this works. But I'm trying to figure out how this entry point works, and I'm not sure about that. So, but it looks like we make a class. We give it its visibility. I forgot what static does. And okay, so we just have main, and then we have our string args, and then system.out.println, right? Yeah, there we go. And then we just say my first println. Like that, and then we hit run. Is it? Can we? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So we just That's interesting. So whenever you run it, it looks like we just have to specify the method that we're running as our entry point, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so there we go. My first println. Okay, I'm now a Java pro. I'll see you guys next time. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Oh, there's a quiz already. We're not gonna do the quiz yet. We're too confident for that. So we literally do system. If I can spell. System.out.println. Oh, it's okay. It's gonna take me to an exercise. Okay, well, this is just the intro. I don't actually know where we are here. So we got home. Okay, that was the home. So we want to go to the intro, right? So, what is Java? Java is a popular programming language created in 1995. It was owned by Oracle, and more than 3 billion devices run Java. It is used for mobile applications, desktop applications, web servers and application servers, games, database connection, and much more. Why use Java? We don't care why we use Java. We learn it for the fun of it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I already have this installed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I installed like the JDK. I don't. By the way, if I mess any of my words up, it's because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. In all honesty, so please correct me. And I might need you guys' help a little later as well. But we'll see how we get on. But if we got any Java chads in here, let me know. Okay, so what is this? I don't know what insert ads does. I just click the button. I don't know what that does. But yeah, Phoenix is right. I am torturing myself today. And I am dreading it. I'm actually dreading this. But we're gonna we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, so this is obviously the hello world. They called it main.java. I've just called it, well, I think it automatically got named app.java. I don't know what the conventions are. We're not gonna shout at me for that. This is my first time. Okay, guys. I honestly haven't touched Java before. Like, I'm pretty sure the most I've done with Java is literally like try and make a GUI with it. So I wrote like 5 lines of code, and I'm like, screw this. This is not fun. So I just didn't end up doing it. But let's see what we got here. So this is pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, we have our class, and then we have our entry method. I've never seen this before, by the way. I don't really know what this is. I'm guessing it's okay, I'm not gonna even try and guess. I don't know what this is, but we'll find that out later. That's all part of the fun of it. So let's have a look here. So yeah, basic syntax. That will make sense. And yeah, we got our print statements. Yeah, sure. We'll try and print. We'll try and print 9 plus 10, because that's really funny and original. And 9 plus 10 is 19. It is not 21. So that proves millions of people wrong. And Java's always right, so I trust it. Next, so yeah, comments, they're pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I even need to try those out. But the wonders of already knowing some programming language and already trying C# is that I don't need to like go over some of this stuff, because I already kind of get the concept. So it should be, hopefully, I don't want to jinx it, but it should be a breeze, because I'm pretty experienced with object-oriented programming already. But obviously, I've not used Java before, so this could also go horribly wrong. It depends. But let's see what we've got here. So we've got strings, ints, floats, chars, and booleans. That's pretty much the same as C#, really. String is capitalized, and I hate that. Wait, let me see. Can we yeah, we have to use uppercase. That's actually irritating. That's just annoying. And I kind of get why it is like that. It's because string is a class, and these don't have properties. Because obviously with a string you wanna be able to like use like chars, etc. But with like ints, X isn't gonna have any properties, because we don't really need to do any of that. If that makes any sense. But yeah, we've obviously got the syntax here, so sure, we'll try and store a char. Let's say char X equals x. We use the single quotes if I remember correctly. Yeah, variable not used. I've also got this cool Visual Studio Code extension, by the way, that just displays errors in the line that they appear. So it makes it easier, because usually when I get an error, I just end up guessing what it is without like hovering over it, and that wastes a lot of time. So I just kind of I installed this extension in order to make that a bit easier. So but we're gonna do system.out.println, and then pop x in there, and hopefully, if I've not screwed up, this should just print out x. There we go. Okay. That's pretty self-explanatory. We'll scan through this quickly, but this, okay, I have no idea what final is. That's like, if I remember correctly, that's just equivalent of const. Canonicus, I think you should try C++. I've already tried C++. I already actually I already bought a Udemy course for it. That was pretty cheap, and I did like half of it, and then I was like, yeah, but what am I actually going to use this for? Oh wait, we need dark mode. But yeah, I never ended up actually doing anything with C++. And it's the same with C. Like, I was really hyped up to learn C, and then I just figured out, you know, I actually don't have anything to do with this. So I kind of just left it, and then slowly I've just forgotten it all. But I'm sure if I tried C, I could make something, but it wouldn't be very impressive. But yeah, okay, yeah. So finals are just constants. That's correct. So yeah, what should happen here, if we boolean x equals true, and then we say final boolean, sorry, and then we say x equals false, this should give us an error. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's just the equivalent of a constant. That makes sense. Now, I don't know about mutability or anything like that with constant objects and stuff, but I guess we'll just have to find that out. Yeah, this is very self-explanatory. This is almost identical to C#, except this can be lowercase in C#, because C# is better in that respect, I guess. Okay, YouTube is telling me that the stream isn't very smooth. I don't know, how is it looking for you guys? Because yeah, the internet here isn't amazing, so I'm hoping that the stream isn't like really laggy or blurry for you guys, because that would be quite unfortunate. But yeah. But thanks for coming along, guys. I wasn't actually expecting this many viewers. I was expecting like 20. So I appreciate the support there. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this is just string concatenation. I can't speak. String concatenation. Okay. Yeah, that's very self-explanatory. I'm basically just scanning through most of this because most of it makes sense. Yeah, okay, this is chaining. This is something I'm pretty sure you can do in most languages anyway. And then identifiers. Yeah. Okay, so I'm guessing that the convention for Java is camel case in terms of variables. Okay. Data types. I'm already pretty aware of these. Numbers, bytes and shorts. Okay, these are different. We don't call them bytes. A byte is just an int, isn't it? Yeah, just used instead of an int. I was gonna say, like, because if an int is the size of a byte, I guess it's just an alias then. Which is weird, but it's not hurting me, so I'm not gonna complain. Also, I haven't seen this be used before, but that might be my programmer amateurity, to be fair. Okay, so yeah, we've got booleans, that makes sense. Characters, this is pretty self-explanatory. Oh yeah, and okay, so this is quite similar to C in the fact that you can actually assign numbers to characters, and it will just convert it. I'm pretty sure you can do this in C anyway. Don't quote me on that, but I thought you could. Non-primitive data types. I have no idea what this is. Non-primitive data types are called reference types because they refer to objects. The main difference between primitive and non-primitive types are primitive types are predefined, already defined in Java. Non-primitive types are created by the programmer. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is what I was saying earlier, is string is capitalized because it is actually an object, not a primitive type. Okay. Non-primitive types can be... Okay, sorry. No, string is a non-primitive type. Yeah, okay. Got it. And then, like, things like int, boolean, char, they're all primitive. Okay. A primitive type already has always a value, while non-primitive types can be null. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I think that's just generally how languages like C++ work. And I was gonna say Java, but I think everything's primitive in Java, so you know. Sorry, non-primitive. I'm gonna keep getting confused by that. Typecasting. Okay. So okay, there's two different types. So we've got widening casting, which is automatically converting a smaller type to a larger type size. Okay. And narrow casting, which is just converting to a smaller type size. Okay. So that's automatic. Oh, okay, but you can also manually cast. Okay, that makes sense. And I'm guessing you can do that with things like strings as well. So one thing I'm actually going to try here, because you know, when you're learning programming, it's all about experimentation. So what we're actually going to try and do is we're going to say like char x equals x, right? And then we're going to have like actually no, we'll say like string x equals x, but we're actually going to convert this to a char. So we're going to say string char, for example. I don't even know why I'm using snake case there. But maybe we could just do something like that. Is that possible? No, it isn't. But that is all about the experimentation and learning things. So yeah, I think a lot of a pitfall many programmers fall into is that they don't, you know, they follow the tutorials, they follow the guide, everything like that, but they don't actually put it into practice enough and experiment and everything like that, and it just leaves to people it leaves to people just getting confused and running into errors that confuse the hell out of them. What extensions do I use? I can go through that later. By the way, if you have any questions, please ping me, because I'm probably not going to see it otherwise. I'll go through them briefly. So we obviously have Vim. We can't go without Vim, but I'm too much of a baby to actually use Vim in the terminal, so I just use it in Visual Studio Code. Add a space between a thing. What thing? And then we got Tailwind, Python, etc., etc. We got OneDark Pro for the theme, and then we got all these other cool things. So Error Lens is the thing, like if I have like this, it shows this text here. That's what Error Lens does. And also color highlight. What does that do again? Oh yeah, okay. So if you place in like a color here, it actually highlights it for you, which is pretty cool. But it also is at the sacrifice of being able to like change the colors in Visual Studio Code. But I'll answer all these questions later. At the moment, we'll just focus on learning Java. But yeah, I'm more than happy to answer those later. So we got our operators. So obviously we got our plus. We can do yeah. That makes all sense. Okay. These are exactly the same as C#, so that's very self-explanatory. Hang on. These okay. I've not seen these before. What are these? Okay. Let's see. So yeah, the rest of that is pretty self-explanatory, but I've not seen these four before, and I'm hoping that W3 Schools actually goes through this later. But we'll have a look. So it doesn't give me an explanation. It just okay, right, and equals. What does this do? So we have our int x5, and then we say x and equals 3. What does that do? It's going to take forever to learn it. It's 1. Why is it 1? Yeah, I have no idea. What's the goal? I find it easier to learn if I'm making something specific. So yeah, I don't actually have a specific goal with this. I figured it would just be really fun to give it a shot. In all honesty. No, I've not really got a specific goal with this, and I don't plan really to use Java in future, but I just figured, you know, everyone hates Java, or everyone seems to hate Java, so I figured, you know, what's this all about? Why does everyone hate Java? So I thought I'd give it a try. But some point this week, if this stream goes well, and I stream again, we'll definitely do some kind of project, and then I'll turn this into an actual video later on. So yeah, I have no idea why this is 1. I'm not gonna worry too much about it because these seem like pretty advanced things. Someone's telling me. These are bitwise operators. shift left assign and shift right assign operators. Okay. I don't know what that means. I've not actually touched on bitwise operators. I've just heard the term used a lot. But that's fine. That's okay. Because this seems like something I can probably pick up later if I really need to. But we will hop over to strings. Strings is probably pretty self-explanatory. So, okay, so we just have like a length property. Why not try that out? So let's say string con equals Canaticus. And then we can just do system.out.println con.length, and that should just give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should give us 9. Let's have a look. Yeah, we get 9. Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure Java was just intended to be like, it was either C or C++. It was meant to be like an easy version of C++ or something, right? I'm not entirely sure. Java sucks because the JRE uses so much RAM. Yeah, that's fair. I can't argue with that. I just guessed that it was more about the experience of the programming language. Like, people these days don't seem to care that much about performance. It's all about how easy the programming language is to write in. And people always complain that Java's just pain. So we will debunk that. We will debunk that this week. And we will give the final decision on whether Java is bad or not, because nobody else's opinion matters, only mine. That's just how it works. So, okay, this is concatenation. This is dumb because I would rather just use pluses. This is just ugly. But that's how you do it in C, isn't it? Okay, so, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Pretty self-explanatory so far, apart from the bitwise operators, because I'm a noob and I don't actually know what I'm doing. You can use sout plus tab instead of system out. Thank you very much. That's a lifesaver. That is a lifesaver. Thank you very much. I will try and remember to do that. We've got escaped characters as well. So single quote, double quote, and then backslash. Yeah, that's exactly the same in most languages. Yeah, these are all the same. Okay. And then math. I don't fancy doing any math today. We can touch on it a little bit here, but I think, yeah, these are okay. These are pretty self-explanatory. But we've got Google and Stack Overflow to cheat on, so it's absolutely fine. And then Java booleans. Yeah. Okay. Yep, gotcha. If else, I'm pretty sure these are going to be exactly the same as C#. This exact syntax for if statements is like present in like most programming languages, apart from maybe like Go, Rust, and Python. Okay, yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just speedrunning this. This should have been called like Java speedrun, realistically. Yeah. Okay, so we've got our ternary operator. Okay. Java switch, yep, they're exactly the same again. Break keyword, yeah. While is exactly the same again. For loop, yeah, this is exactly the same as JavaScript and C and C# and the likes. We got a continue, yeah, exactly the same. Arrays is probably something I'm gonna have to go over. So let's see. We got string cars, and then string cars equals. Okay. I'm not actually sure if in Java these are dynamic or not. I don't think they are. But I'm not sure if Java has like some sort of like C# has like a list object, but I'm not sure if they have that in C#. I'm pretty sure these are just static arrays. So let's try it out. We'll use this. Okay, so we'll just say like int names. String names. And then we can just sign it like this, and then we'll say Joe, John, Lucy, and Frank. There we go. And then I'm not sure if we can actually print out row arrays, but let's have a look. This is the determination of, is it cool? No, it's not cool. It's just prints out garbage like C and C++. That's cool. I'm pretty sure this is... I I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure this is what happens in C# anyway. What's the best budget mech? Do you mean mic? And keyboard? Well, currently, well, it depends on your budget, and I'm not really someone to give accurate information here. I'm not an expert in peripherals, but if you want to know what I'm using a HyperX Quadcast, just the red one, and then I'm using for my keyboard, what is it called? It's the Keytron. I think it's the Q3. I can't remember. Hang on, I've literally got I've got a bookmark for this. The K8. I'm using the K8. And that's I'm pretty sure this is an 80% keyboard. But yeah, just random gaming tips there for you. Okay, so I presume if we literally just do like names 1, this should print out John, right? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. That's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, and then obviously we've got the length. That's interesting how the length in strings, it's... Okay, actually, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I was going to say the length with strings, right? Usually you do like, for a string, you do length, right? But for an array, you just do length. And I can see exactly why this is. This is because the array is static. So this property will only be set once. But in strings are updatable. So we could do something like A, right? And then that string would then be Joe A, like that, right? And that's why it's a method, because it has to check every time the new length if we update it. So that completely makes sense. Import list from Java util for an epic list. Let's see. Oh wait, I've accidentally ran it. That's fun. Let's see. So I'm gonna trust your word for it. Import list from. Okay, I feel like this isn't the syntax. We'll figure out importing later. I don't think we need to actually do that right now. System.exit, yeah, that sounds like a terrific idea. Okay. Yeah. Okay, okay, so we've got some syntax sugar here. And I respect that. I like syntax sugar to a certain extent. Now, when there's too much syntax sugar, like especially in like C#, it can be a pain. But generally speaking, syntax sugar, I'll take it. Syntax sugar is nice. So, okay, so this is pretty standard. This is something we have in like C++ and JavaScript, and I'm pretty sure that, yeah, we have this in pretty much most languages. We have it in C# as well. So all we do here is we have this string names array, and then all we have to do is for string name, what was it? Okay, so we just use a colon and names, right? And then what we can do, I'm not actually sure about the syntax, but yeah, okay, they don't make a new line like this, which I respect. I don't mind that. Because most IDEs will automatically import for you. Try using array list. We will. Okay, that'll be our next task then. We will look at our array list then. So, I'm guessing all we do now is something like println name, and then this should just print out every name that we have in the array. Okay, interesting. So println actually, yeah, that makes sense because we have the ln here. I was gonna say it's interesting how it prints new lines. I guess it depends on the method that you're using. Do you still use the Corsair K70? I actually used to use the Corsair K68. I still have it. I have it in my room right here, but it's just lying around. I'm not a massive fan of Cherry MX Reds in all honesty, so I just switched to the browns and they've done a good job. But the Reds, they're just really annoying because you mistype all the time, and I think it's because they're mainly intended for FPS games. But we're getting off track here. We should stop talking about MX Reds because they're not really relevant right now. Sure, okay. Let me try your, what was it? Array list? Yeah, okay. Array list Java. Let's have a look. Okay, this is literally, okay, so we just do up here, we say import java.util.arraylist. And I actually respect this. This is similar to C# as well, as you don't have to use these dumb strings to import things, like import from util.h or something like that. We just have like the actual, like it's kind of like an object in a way. No, I respect this. This is cool because it's just less wacky and you can get that nice autocomplete. But then saying that, you can also get that in like C#. in C++. Okay, let's see. This looks pretty explanatory. Pretty self-explanatory. So we just create an array list. To spice it up, we'll do it of ints, and then we'll just say nums equals new array list int. Okay, that's very self-explanatory. And then I guess if we do nums.add, what have we done wrong here? Can we not add primitive types in here? That's interesting. Array list in Java. We will figure this out together. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Oh, okay, so you have to use a non-primitive type here. That's stupid. That's the first stupid thing I've seen in this language. Apart from the fact that string is capitalized, but it technically makes sense, I guess. It's just ugly, I guess. What language do you prefer in Android development, Java or Kotlin? Well, I've actually used neither, but it looks like people seem to prefer Kotlin a lot more. And I've looked at Kotlin briefly. I've not actually coded in it, but I've looked at their website and everything. Kotlin looks like a pretty solid language, but obviously the community is a lot smaller, so it's probably a lot harder to pick up. But I don't really know what I'm talking about in that area because I've never done any mobile development of any sort, and it's something I plan to do at some point, but it doesn't really appeal to me that much. But yeah, anyway, so we got the non-primitive here. I presume with integers, if I just say like integer x equals 5, we then have properties. Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. That makes sense. And I guess we would want to use just int here for performance purposes because it's not an object, it's just a primitive type. Okay. So if we then say nums.add, and then we can add an integer here, nums.add 2. Okay, sure. And then if we print this, that's an interesting one. Does this print how we want it to print that? I'm getting C++ vibes here. Like I think that in C++, like you can choose what gets logged out and everything in a class, all that wacky stuff. I feel like you can do that in Java. That's the vibe I'm getting here, but I'm not sure. Let's see. So print out nums. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it does print it out. It does prettify it. Okay, Java lost my respect for a minute, but yeah, that's okay. No, I was thinking like with static arrays, like it's just annoying that it doesn't print out the array; it just prints out some garbage data. But no, it makes sense if we got this. This is definitely C++ vibes. This is just like dumbed down C++ so far. That's the impression I'm getting. Canonicus, you actually don't need to have the second integer anymore. Okay, awesome, thank you. So yeah, I'm guessing if we do this. Oh no, okay, so are you talking about this one? Well, that does give me, I mean, it compiles. It just gives me an error, and I don't like those, so I'm gonna add it back. In fact, we're probably gonna get rid of this anyway. In fact, yeah, before we do that, let's actually see if we can figure out how to loop through this. So the nums for each, oh, okay, yeah, okay. I don't actually know how actions work. I don't know what this is, but okay, we don't need to figure that right now. I'll just use the arrow. Okay, I'm with you. That's just weird. I've never seen that be necessary before. That is very weird. But I'm guessing it's gonna compile now. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys. You'll be like you'll hold my hand along this. Okay. So we can also use get to get items. That makes sense. Yeah, we went off track there. We don't actually need array list yet. Okay, and then multi-dimensional arrays. Yeah. Okay, I hate that. I hate this. This is giving me flashbacks to trying to solve algorithms. Yeah. I don't even want to read that, to be honest. Okay, methods. Okay, now we're getting to the juicy bit. So this looks very simple. It looks like we just write the method out in the class, and then we can call it. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. So I don't know about okay, so we don't actually need to specify the visibility. That makes sense. I'm guessing it's private by default, but I'm not sure. In fact, it might tell me if I actually write it. Although it looks like visibility will come later, so they probably won't explain that yet. That makes sense. Okay. So we want to call a method. So yeah, we'll say like static void my method. Okay, and then system.out .print ln hi. And then we just call that down here. I'm guessing this just works. Yeah, okay. Awesome stuff. That's very simple. And obviously I'd imagine there's different return types as well. And oh, we got parameters. I don't think I even need to try playing with parameters because they seem pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, because the syntax is very, very similar to C#. Yeah. So that the fact that I already know C#, well, I say know C#. The fact I've got experience with C#, I think it just makes this so much easier to pick up because I can just breeze through most of this. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely C++ vibes with the method overloading. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Okay, I'm pretty sure we have this in C# as well. I can't remember though. Okay. How's the chat looking? It's a little off. Can we just like add that there? I feel like that looks a bit better. I don't know. It doesn't matter too much. I just this is recording for the video as well, so I want it to be decent. Okay, so recursion. That's pretty self-explanatory as well. I'm pretty sure that this literally just, yeah. I think they're obviously teaching this to people who've never done programming before. So it's pretty easy just to breeze through. Okay, so that's the main kind of basic stuff. That's very simple. Now we get to the big one. Now we get to the object-oriented part, and I'm not looking forward to this because it can, especially with a lack of experience of object-oriented programming, it can be a little difficult to get your head around. Although it looks like from like a lot of this is just like pre-made objects, like utility classes. They don't actually look like concepts. I don't know. This actually, I feel like we could actually pull this off today. Like I'm not even capping. I feel like we could actually pull this off today. And I'm not saying that I learned the entirety of Java or anything like that, but I feel like we could get to a point where I'm ready to actually make something in Java. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. So, object-oriented programming. OOP stands for Object-Oriented Programming. Procedural programming is about writing procedures or methods that perform operations on the data, while Object-Oriented Programming is about creating objects that contain both data and methods. OOP is faster and easier to execute. OOP provides clear structure for the programs. OOP helps to keep the Java keep Java code to the dry principle, and makes code easier to maintain, modify, and debug, etc., etc. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to figure out how classes work. It's pretty easy to pick up. So I'm presuming this is a member of the class. So let's see how we access those. So it looks like we can actually make classes instantiate themselves. I don't know how common that is, but yeah, that makes sense. So okay, yeah, that I don't think I need to try that out. That makes sense. I'm more on about like, I'm presuming that we can just access these methods using this or something. Like if I were to have like x up here, right? Int x equals 5. Could I literally just do something like, system.out.print ln x? No. Okay, can we do this .x? No. Oh, it's because it's a static method. Okay, that makes sense. How would we go about accessing members then? Because surely in your main method you're gonna want to access class members at some point. He's a TypeScript person. I am a TypeScript person. So any terminology, any way of doing things, any conceptualization I make is probably because I'm very used to the TypeScript background. Okay. I mean, it should. I'd be surprised if accessing attributes actually means that we have to make a new instance. That's weird. If we have to make a new instance, that's just weird. But I'm pretty sure it's because I'm not at that point yet. Okay, yeah, we have... Wait, no, because... Do we really have to make a new instance? That doesn't make sense to me. Static int. Okay, thank you. So we do static int. And then, yeah, I my brain goes past this. Like, I've not conceptualized this very well. So, we do system.out.println x. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of wacky though, that they're like making a new instance of the class that the method's in. Yeah, if it's a static field, you can just do main.x. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess because it's static, it kind of makes sense. It's just a bit weird to me, and it's something I've not really seen before. Okay. Alright. I'll be curious to see how this differs for non-static classes though, and non-static methods. Although I don't think... Okay, yeah. I don't actually know if you can make classes static. That's just coming from my C# knowledge. Let's see. Also, I have a feeling, for some reason I have a feeling that this is going to cap out at 1.5 hours long. I just have a vague recollection that can happen. I don't know if you guys have any knowledge on this, but I have a recollection that the stream can end at 1.5 hours, because when I'm hovering over this, it says like 47 minutes out of an hour and a half. I'm wondering if it like caps out. Because I remember doing this in the past and it just like ended randomly. So I don't want that to happen. Have I tried any functional programming? Yeah. Well, actually, no, not functional. I've tried procedural, but no, I don't think I've tried functional. Okay. This makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's very self-explanatory. Okay. I don't know about attributes. Attributes are a bit confusing to me, but hopefully I'll get my head around that. Constructors. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and you can just assign the member like that. Okay. Sure. And then this is just all this crap. I'm not really interested in all the visibility. I think public and private and protected are the only important ones. Final extract. Well, we need to know final, but actually, yeah, this is all this polymorphism crap, isn't it? Where you can like have const methods that somehow like it means that nothing in the method can be modified. But I don't think we're gonna dip into that because it's not necessary in order to make something. It's just a nice thing to have. But if we want to actually get something cool done in Java, I think we should, get through this, get a decent understanding of how the language works, and then actually try and make something cool in it. You guys got any suggestions on what you want me to make in Java? Because we could do like a desktop app. We could do an API. We could even do mobile, but I don't really feel like doing mobile in all honesty. Or we could literally just do a simple console app. I don't mind. And we could do a game. We could do OpenGL, but I would have to learn OpenGL, and I think that would take away the the whole purpose of learning Java, and it would be more like a learning OpenGL stream, because OpenGL is a little difficult to get your head around. Okay. Okay, so this is... Do we not have setters and getters in Java then? I mean, I'm not complaining. It's not a big deal. It's just something that's quite common in OOP languages. Minecraft mob? Yeah, I've spoken to some people and they're actually suggesting that I make a Minecraft plugin. How difficult would it be to actually pick that up? Because that would be an interesting thing to do, and I think I could even get some people in the community involved and make it together. But how much of a learning curve would that be? Because I've essentially got like, I've literally got tomorrow and Wednesday and Friday to get this done. And then I need to start editing and things like that. How's chat looking? It's kind of, it's weird. It kind of, it cuts you guys out. What if I put you guys on this side? I think that will mess things up less. It doesn't quite look right. It's kind of blocked by the background. It don't matter. Okay. Yeah, you all seem to want a Minecraft plugin, and we can definitely do that. Plugin is easier than mod. Okay. Yeah, we won't do a mod. We'll just do a plugin. That's fine. Canonicus properties are not automatic. You have to make getters and setters yourself, which is a big criticism of Java, but there is Lombok which can do this for you in Java. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's not a big deal. It's just for such an old language, like a language that's literally like 27 years old, I would have thought they'd have something like that by now. But it's Oracle. they got a lot to deal with. You don't have getters and setters. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Let's not get sidetracked. Oh, this is interesting. What's a scanner? To use the scanner class, create an object of the class and use any of the available methods found in the scanner class documentation. In our example, we'll use the next line method, which is used to read a complete line. Oh, okay. So this is kind of like std input, right? Like in C. Okay. Sure. Let's have a look how this works. Enter username. Is it gonna let me enter a username? Hello. Okay, if I can spell. Username is hello. So it's just an object scanner system input. And then we print that out. It makes a new line, obviously, because we're using ln. Username, object.next9. Okay, that's very self-explanatory. I actually rate that API. That's not too bad. Okay, so let's look at modules real quick. User-defined packages. Interesting. What are these for? Are these like for actual packages for Java, or are these just like modules? Look up Java records. I might do in a bit. They sound not fun. Okay, so to create your own package, you need to understand the Java, how Java uses a file system directory to store them, just like folders on your computer. So we have the root directory, mypack, and then mypackage.class.java, and then we just have this in the file. Okay, that's interesting. It's interesting how that works. Actually, that's not like most languages. Inheritance. Okay. This seems pretty self-explanatory as well. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we literally just use the extends thing, and then do we have like a super method? Okay. So okay, this is actually really weird. This is very weird. What is this? This is very confusing. Let's have a look. Okay. So we have our model name, which is obviously part of the vehicle class. Oh, okay. So, oh no, okay, I'm reading this wrong. Yeah, actually, okay, I thought this was like vehicle. Okay. And then car hot or honk because it already has this property, obviously, because it extends it. Okay. Okay. The final keyword. This is confusing. If you don't want other classes to inherit from the class. Oh, okay. No, that's not confusing at all. That makes sense. Just use const though. It's better. Superior. Polymorphism, my favorite thing in object-oriented programming. Okay, so yeah, it looks like you can just override methods depending on the class. And then these will obviously have the different outputs depending on the class. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, is that literally it for polymorphism? I know when I was doing C++, it was the entire fucking module. Okay. That's fair. Saying this, there's probably like 20 times more things to learn about Java, but I'm only scratching the surface because I'm using W3 Schools, and they don't exactly cover everything, so... oh, this is interesting. Inner classes. So outer class... And the what? Oh, okay. This is something that exists in C++, so I'm pretty sure as well. This is interesting. So outer class, outer. Oh, okay. And then if you want to instantiate that in the class, you just okay. Interesting. And do you have to instantiate that every time you make the outer class, or does it instantiate automatically? I presume not. That's interesting. That's an interesting way of organizing your code, I guess. Okay, and you can also do it like this. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. A lot of this object-oriented stuff I'm probably not actually going to use because it seems like these are nice things to have, but they're not actually necessary whatsoever. Okay. Abstraction. That's something that we actually need to take a look at. So, or is it? So we have our animal. Okay. So this, I'm guessing this is just this is a property. I'm pretty sure what abstract does is it means that the property of this just needs to be like fulfilled with something, but the actual parent class doesn't need to have this property. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this chat box is actually really annoying me. It just feels really misplaced, but it's fine. It shouldn't ruin the video. It should be fine. Okay, and then yeah, okay. Wait, these are interfaces. Okay. So I guess this is just like a kind of like a template for a class or an object. I don't even know if Java has like objects, or is it, or if classes are the objects in Java. I don't know if they have like something like structs or something. It doesn't look like it, which is interesting. Okay. I'm guessing that you can also, I don't know, you guys can help me out, but does this also include like integers and stuff like that? Like, does it include variables is what I'm trying to say? Or is it just methods that you can put in here? I just realized one thing I'm doing is I'm reading the code, but I'm actually reading the explanation. I think it's screwing me over a little bit, but at the same time, W3 don't explain things particularly well. They kind of just explain it very briefly and expect you to understand it. Like, some of it will be really dumbed down and easy, and then other parts of it will be incredibly difficult to wrap your head around with such a vague explanation. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay, so you can combine two interfaces. That's pretty cool. Enums, that's pretty self-explanatory. I presume these are just automatically assigned to numbers. I don't know if you can do strings with enums. It's not something that's necessary. It's just something that's nice to have. Interface is a method only. Okay, thank you. I guess that makes sense. Okay. User input, this is the scanner thing, isn't it? We already went through this. I don't think we really need to touch on this because we're probably not going to be using it. Okay, and then we got dates and all this stuff. What do we need? We might need iterator exceptions. We probably need lambda maybe as well. And sure, we'll do files. And then that's it. That's literally it. We've learned Java in a day. I'm kidding, by the way. We haven't learned Java in a day, but we've wrapped our head around it to the point where we could probably do something with it. In fact, I think to end the stream off today, what I'll do is I'll just make a fun project, and I'll probably join some of you guys in the Discord as well. So if you guys click the link in the description to join the server, the Discord server, what I'm going to do is create a Discord channel. And then once I've learned these few things or touched on them a little bit, we'll talk about what I can work on, and then we'll try and work on something with what we've learned so far. How do you pronounce your name? Conaticus. Sorry. it's got a meaning behind it and everything. Okay, so this is actually, what's an iterator then? Oh, okay, this is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is kind of like JavaScript generators, right? Make a virus? Oh, I don't know about that. I'd probably like infect my own PC and then be screwed. Okay, it doesn't look like we need iterator. Exceptions are something that we're going to need to look at, but I'd imagine these are very self-explanatory. Okay, so yeah, this is exactly the same. Oh, they have finally as well. Okay, so I'm pretty sure finally just executes no matter what happens. Okay. And then lambdas, I'm pretty sure this is something that existed in the for each method. Yeah, okay. Interesting. This is kind of like JavaScript, but instead of using equals, they just use a dash here. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. Okay. I've never seen lambdas or anything like that be used in Java, to be honest. Also, our total view count is actually 1,000. That's pretty decent considering the stream's only been up for an hour. I thought the channel died, to be honest. I thought, the last video didn't do particularly well, so I just figured the channel died. But it looks like you guys just weren't interested in that video, which is fine. And that's why we're making this video, because people seem to actually be more interested in this. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking of this stream so far. Anything you'd like changed for next time. Anything you'd like added, anything that could be included, let me know, because I want to make these streams as interesting as possible. And I'm sacrificing my voice for this stream to be interesting. So, lambdas are useful in streams, which are Java's equivalent to C# link. I've heard of C# link, but I don't know what it is exactly. It's just link is like a package thing, right? Okay, this is pretty self-explanatory. We can look at this if we need to. Okay, guys. So if you start hopping into the Discord server, the link is in the description. I'll see if we can make a channel. And then we'll just chat about what we should try and get started. Okie dokie. So if you guys start joining the Discord server, if you want to be in the stream, bear in mind that you will be in the stream and possibly in the video. If you do join this VC, I'm even gonna get like a stream emoji. Wait, I'll get red circle. emoji, copy and paste. Here we go. All right. I'll make the voice channel real quick. In fact, I might as well. Yes, I don't think there's anything that could be leaked here. Okay. So stream VC. Okay, and let's just hope that no one says the N word. Okay. So if you guys just start joining, that would be awesome. And then we could just chat. But obviously you don't have to. But just bear in mind that you will probably be in the video and you will be in the stream. Hello, Banik.
Hello there.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you very much. I mean, apart from the fact that I'm using Java and I want to kill myself, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. You got any suggestions? Like, I've probably got maybe half an hour to get something simple done for the stream, and then I'll probably start again tomorrow.
Well, I work with Java actually, and I did some projects. But so the first thing I actually did was I did work with classes. So I just had one class, and I made a login slash registration system to get to get familiar with the types. So I
Okay.
used hash maps and I used
Interesting.
parameters in methods just to get the basic understanding of the language.
Sure.
But that's really simple, and I think you can get that done really fast. And I think you could do something more complex.
Okay. Bearing in mind we've only got half an hour, it doesn't sound like a bad idea. I feel like just like a console app that just asks for a login, maybe hashes it, hashes like the password and then just stores it somewhere. That would be pretty cool. Well, it wouldn't be cool. It'd be incredibly basic, but I feel like we could pull that off in half an hour. So that is what we will do. Let's see. We might as well use this project here because we're not going to be keeping this or saving it anywhere. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of this, and I'll get rid of this, and I would live stream on the Discord server, but I feel like that's going to kill my internet, so I'm not going to take that risk. Okay, so let's figure out, let's plan this out first. So let me just check the recording's alright, by the way. It looks like it. In fact, we probably got... Oh, okay, so it does extend it. Okay, that's my bad. So we're not capped at an hour and a half. That's just me being stupid. Awesome. Also, I can end that poll now. Bear with me a sec, guys. Okay. So first of all, we need to figure out how we were going to ask. So we'll have like some text, like... we'll have like commands, actually. So we'll just have like dot login, dot users, and dot sign up. We'll have these three, and then user. Sure. We don't want to overcomplicate this too much though. So first of all, we just want to have like some kind of command line. Now I'm pretty sure we can, instead of println, we can just have print, and that won't make a new line. Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll actually just make this a while loop, and then we'll say while true. We'll pop this in here, and then we want to say scanner equals new scanner. I forgot how scanners work, so we'll just look. Pardon me. We'll look that up real quick. Scanner Java. Okay. Scan my object equals. Okay, and then we just use system in. Okay. Now you guys are telling me that this has auto imports. It does. Okay. That's pretty good. Oh, do we have to close the scanner? No. Okay, it's just complaining, probably because we haven't used it or something like that. Okay, sure. So yeah, we'll just have like we don't even need like, we'll just have like a hashtag. Sure. I also like how we have this thing here to tell us what type is required. I rate that a lot, although it can be a bit confusing when you're using Vim. And then we just want to say scanner dots, and then we got all the utilities here. So we got next boolean, next byte, next double, next float, those things, next line. We probably want next line, right? So advances the scanner past the current line and returns the input that was skipped. Okay. Sure. let's try that. Let's see what happens there. So we just say string input and then system.out.println input. And then we try and execute this. Okay. Resource link scanner was never closed. It doesn't specify that we need to close it here. Okay. Is that the param name? I'd assume so. The type of the param name, I'm not sure. It's not the param name because it's called source here. Maybe it's the type. I'm not entirely sure actually. Let's have a look. So it's complaining that we're not closing it, but I don't really know what that means. Let's you know what? Let's do the programmer thing. Let's do what we're meant to do, and let's actually Google the error.
If I might interfere here,
Sure.
I used the scanner too,
Yeah.
but I never close it. So I don't know if that leads to memory leaks, but
I mean,
it's
there is a close property, and someone's suggesting we use that, so I'm guessing we just do that. Why that's not on W3 schools, I don't know, but that just means W3 schools aren't teaching properly. I guess it's because it doesn't really matter all that much. But I guess it's best practice. But let's see if this runs how we want it to run. So let's say hello, and we get hello. Okay, that's exactly what we want it to do. Okay. So, now we have this command. We'll just have like a switch statement. So we'll say switch command. Can we do switch statements with strings? It looks like we can. Okay. So we can say, and we also want to have a dot. So if command.starts with, yeah, we have starts with. This is all pretty self-explanatory. If command.starts with, and if it doesn't, then we'll print like an error. How do we print an error? I'm not entirely sure. We're just gonna print an exit, I think. Okay. We're also gonna play an ad. Apparently, according to YouTube, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So, I'm not entirely sure how we should deal with this. We can just do system.exit. I'm pretty sure that just it just exits the program. That makes sense. So we'll just have like system.out .println and then we'll just have like error. In fact, yeah, we'll be fancy. We'll have like an error method up here as well. I'm not entirely sure the naming convention for methods, but it looks like it's camel case. So we'll just say public static void error, and then we'll just have like string message, and then we'll just say system dot print dot out dot println, and then system dot exit -1, and then we'll just have like error, and then we'll have plus message. I don't know about string concatenation if there's a better way to do it, but it looks like this is the only way. So instead we can, why have I done this? This is me being too used to C#. There we go. And then we do error, and then we just say expected before commands. Okay. That makes sense. And then we also want to then trim the command and remove the first character. I am going to cheat and Google remove first character from string Java, but this is how we learn. Googling is how we learn, and I don't think there's any shame in Googling as long as you understand what it does. Trimmed substring. Okay, so this isn't a constant, so I'm pretty sure we can literally just do something like command equals. In fact, we don't even need to do this realistically. All we need to say is dot substring 1, and then we just do a switch case for the command, because if it doesn't recognize the command, it will say it anyway. Switch command, and then we want to say case. Actually, we'll do the cases in a sec. We'll just do default break, and then we'll say like error. We don't even need this break realistically, but it's good practice. So we'll say, okay, so it is the parameter name. That's my bad. could not find commands. I don't know about string concatenation. Let's look it up. String concatenation Java, because I don't actually know if we have that. Okay. Let's see. So it looks like we're just gonna have to use the plus, which is pain. Yeah. Okay. I can see why people dislike it now. It seems like there are a couple things missing that are generally included in programming languages, but are not in Java. Okay. So. Yeah. We're just gonna have to manually do this. So. Cannot find command plus command plus and then just a dot, sure. And then we'll have our cases. So we want, obviously, we want login, we want users, we want sign up, and we want just user to get like the current user. I'm not sure if we're actually going to encrypt the password. We'll see about that. We'll see where we get up to. We obviously want to break all of these. Switch case is the most annoying thing to write in programming, I swear to God. Okay. So. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep saying this, but I really like how these parameters get named here. I think that's actually really useful. I'm pretty sure Rust has a similar function in Visual Studio Code as well, but it would be cool if we had something like this for TypeScript, although there may be a Visual Studio Code extension, I'm not sure. Oh, you can do string.format? Okay. We won't worry about that too much for now, considering this is like our first proper app in Java. But, yeah. Okay, so, first of all, we want sign up. We want sign up to functions. So, let's actually test that these work correctly. Oh, we obviously want a .exit as well. And then we literally just do system.exit 0. I presume these are similar to like the return codes in like C and C++, but I'm not sure. Okay.
May I make a suggestion real quick?
Sure.
So when you look at your cases, you don't need to have a colon and a break statement. You can remove the colon after, let's say, the login, and you can just put an arrow there, so like a minus and like, just an arrow, and then you can, for example, just execute a function. So you can separate it like that, and you don't even need these break statements.
I rate that, actually. That's something that isn't prominent in most languages. It's not something I know is in C# anyway. That's one thing about this language that I actually prefer. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that tip. I don't think we'll use it here, because it doesn't really matter if this code is ugly. We just need it to work. So, let's see. If we just do like .signup, okay, that's not right then. No such element exception, no line found. Okay. So this returns a string. What if we just remove this? Just testing this out. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, what? It errors out over... Okay, that's kind of annoying. In that case, we'll just do that. Okay. Yeah, it's saying no line found. This worked earlier, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Maybe it's... I doubt it's because we're adding the dot. That shouldn't be it. This literally worked earlier, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's actually a very good point. Why am I making the scanner here? That is dumb. You are entirely right. Also, nakedhd.xyz, bye. Okay, there we go. I do need to get some mods for the stream. I just figured we haven't got that many people at the moment, so Okay, so we got this. But for some reason, it really doesn't like the idea that we're using this next line. I think you're right, actually. It could entirely be because we're using it in the while loop. So thank you for that. Scanner closed. Maybe it's because we're not using it. Let's try running the entire thing with this now. So we say test. Okay, awesome. And then we say dot test. Oh wait, no. Okay, it's because the application's closing. I'm being an idiot. We don't need it to close, in my opinion. I think we just need it to return. So actually, we will not have a fatal error. We'll just do that. Test. Oh, but why is it still closing? I've probably done something horribly wrong here. Could not find command name. Oh, it's because we're return. Okay, I'm being an idiot. We'll just continue the while loop then. You can tell I've not coded in a while. Yeah, there we go. And then we say dot test. Obviously that doesn't exist. But we say dot exit. No, that doesn't actually work, and it's because we forgot to add this back. Oh. Okay. Sure. We'll do a try catch then. Or we can just make it a bit we can make it worse quality and just do something like command equals command dot substring 1. And then we say if not, or I don't know how you actually check for strings. Let's just say if command dot length is equal to 0, then we continue an error. We don't need an error actually, we can just continue. And I'm pretty sure we shouldn't need these. Yeah, okay, awesome. Yep, okay, let's try that. So we add an empty command. That's odd. Why is it doing that then? Is it because we just check like that? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we check for like empty strings. What are the return possibilities here? It's just a string. So if command. Wait, can we do like is empty? Ah, there we go. We figured it out. Oh yeah, some dude just said in the stream chat as well. Thank you very much. Okay, so still doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Oh, it's because I'm actually out of it. Yeah, we don't need that there. This is like the typical first Java experience. Okay, so we do dot test or test. Doesn't work. But if we do, we still need to check if it starts with a dot. I just realized. Typical first Java experience. Okay, so if we just do something like if command dot starts with dot, we'll just then say like error and continue, and then we'll just say something like yeah, okay, we'll do something like that. Then we'll run this again. So now if we do test, we don't want that. No, we need this up here. One more time. Test. Test is not a command. But we do dot test, could not find command test, perfect. And then if we do like dot login, Interesting. It doesn't like the fact we're closing it. I mean, we don't necessarily need to close it. It's just going to complain at us. But I guess that's not really a problem at the moment. So, I guess the next step is to actually make a users array. And this is going to be really wacky, but it's fine. But if we do something like static array list, import that. Thank you very much. Static array list of, and this is interesting. So how do we, I'm not sure exactly how we would go about making objects. Like if we, in C how we have like structs, or in TypeScript we have interfaces. How would we go about that in Java? I'm not entirely sure. Let's say like struct Java, and then hopefully it will give us what we're looking for. I mean, okay, I think it looks like we actually just have to make another class.
Codeticus,
Hello.
do you mind sharing your screen in Discord? Because when I hear your voice in Discord and then look at the stream, it's like delayed.
Oh yeah, sure. If the stream quality goes down, I'm gonna have to end it though. But yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Sure.
I can barely understand whatever Kineticus is saying because I did not sleep tonight.
This is Java for you. Yeah, okay, so I guess we can try and figure out how to make a class. So I guess we just do like public class user. Must be defined in its own file. Okay. I don't know how modules work in Java, so let's have a look. We're learning here. Slowly but surely we are learning.
If you want to import the other file, I think if they're in the same directory, you can instantly access the other class and create objects. You don't have to import it.
Awesome. Let's try that then. Let's say like user.java. Even automatically creates the user class. That's pretty nice. So I can literally just do something like that. It's not complaining. Doesn't look like it anyway. Yeah, so we would just say users equals array list, like that. But it is complaining here. And this is something that worked earlier. What if I do add user in here? No, it just doesn't like this. Maybe it's probably actually because you can't assign properties how I think you can. That would make more sense. And then we can just have our constructor anyway. So we'll just say like app, and then users equals empty array. Or no, sorry, users equals. Wait, do I need to? I think it's because I missed the new keyword maybe. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Is it colorizing my? Oh, why is colorizing those? To be honest. Okay, now we're not closing the scanner. We should probably actually check it doesn't error out. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, awesome. Okay. Let me know, guys, if the stream quality goes down or anything like that. Because I know I'm streaming in Discord now as well. Okay. So we've got our users array here. Now all we need to do is prompt. So I guess we could do something really stupid here. We could have like a prompt property here. We say like public static void prompt, and then string message. This is gonna be really stupid, but it is fine. Realistically, I'm guessing we could just make another scanner. I don't think it matters all that much, even if this is like all the worst thing to do in terms of performance. We'll say new scanner. System.in, and then we'll just say scanner dot next line, but we also want to say system.out.print. We also want to print out a new line. Yeah, although we already click enter. No, I don't think we need to. Username, we'll do that, and then string username equals that, It is gonna complain the hell out of us, but I guess that's just Java for you. And we want to do string email, or sorry, system. Although yeah, because I'm being an idiot. This is because it's in a prompt, so we actually just need to do. And then this actually returns a string. I am very tired and I have not coded in a long time. So we need to actually do something like message plus like that. And then we want to say scanner.next line. And then we want to just return that. That should be good apart from the complaints here. So we then do string username equals prompt username, string email equals prompt email. Actually, we don't need email right now. Now, in terms of the password, I know generally we can do it so there's like a password input, so it doesn't actually tell you what you type. Now, how we do that in Java, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. Password input Java. And it turns out this is going to take us much longer than half an hour. Oh, close scanner and then return? Okay. Gotcha. Wait, why is that unreachable? That shouldn't be unreachable at all. Java. Well, I tried it, guys, okay? It still works, it's just complaining, so it's fine. Okay. Okay, so we got like a console utility. Sure, we'll try and use that. So string prompt password. And then we want to say console equals system dot console. I don't actually think we need to do that. Actually, no, it kind of makes sense. And then it's telling us if console cannot be resolved. Probably need to import it then. If console is equal to null. We shouldn't need to check this. I mean, generally speaking, it would be good practice, but I don't think for a test project it doesn't really matter. Alright, and then console.prints. Okay, so we do have read password. So console.read password. Ah, okay. Gotcha. And then we just... Yeah, okay, we just return that. Okay, and it's actually a char array, which is fine. I'm not gonna bother with converting types or anything like that. So we just want to say message plus that. And that should allow us to prompt password. So we'd say char password equals prompt password, password. Like so. And then we want to check if there's already a user with the password with the username specified. So we want to say, I guess users dot find or filter. We'll just use a for each then. I don't see any action. I don't see any problem with that. So if I remember correctly, we do this. Maybe. This is gonna be very slow, but it doesn't matter because we're just trying it out. This isn't an official project or anything like that. So we say user.username, please. Wait, why is it complaining here? Hang on, I have to look up the lambda syntax again. Sorry, guys. Okay. Oh, I guess we don't have to specify that. What's wrong here? Begin case expression. Delete this token. Is it because we made a new line? I don't think it should be. Wait, why is Vim playing up? There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Sorry for my sloppy coding skills here, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, sure. We'll just oh wait, it's not complaining now. Okay. But it doesn't like this. Even though this is a user type. And it is actually because I'm an idiot and I forgot to add the username here. So I just want to say string username and string password. There we go. There we go. Okay. So user.username equals username. This is a bit where I'm going to get confused. But I'm pretty sure we use return. And then boolean user exists. That's interesting. Usually it isn't the full boolean keyword. Usually it's just bool. But I guess Java just want to add that extra bit of suffering. Yeah, this is really sloppy code, and I am sorry, guys, but why should it be final? Is it? I guess it doesn't. Scope doesn't work like that. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can help me out. Everyone in the VC is muted. F.
What's your problem? Sorry, I wasn't here.
Nah, it's alright. Why doesn't... I'm not sure entirely how... Essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to check if a user already has this username. And if they do, I want to send an error saying that it didn't work. This seems horrible. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Returning doesn't work like that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how Java Scope works, but guys, give me a break, okay? This is my first Java project.
Yeah, it seems like for some reason the boolean user exists just doesn't exist in the block of the for loop.
Yeah.
Which I find very confusing.
You know what? We're abandoning for each now. We're just gonna use it. Although can we even use a for loop? We're gonna experiment here.
Yes, you can use.
Okay.
1 second.
We can.
You can do like yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You know it.
We know it. We got the knowledge. Okay, so we then just do if user.username equals username. Then we say break and user exists equals true. Okay, yeah, for each just sucks. Cool. Oh, you can probably use boolean user exists equals users.anymatch. Oh, that is sick. Wait, okay, no, it's not because apparently it doesn't exist. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm sure there's probably something like that, but we're a noob, so we're just gonna do it the trashy way. Okay. And actually, instead of that, we'll just do error user or with username already exists. Okay. Perfect. And now all we need to do is figure out how to hash passwords. So this is probably going to include me having to install some kind of package. So hopefully that goes okay. Wait, do we have like bcrypt in Java? If we do, that would be pretty nice. I know it's, okay, it's part of string, but do we have string? Spring. Let's have a look. The question is, how do we install this? Add the dependency of the latest version to your pom.xml. There's a fishy download here. Okay, we're gonna use some trashy. Okay, we're gonna use. I guess we're gonna use this. This looks not so secure. But it's fine because it's just a test project. We're just trying it out. So, secure random, which we probably need to import. Random equals new secure random. Okay, and then we want to say byte salt equals new bytes 16. It's interesting how it's using byte when this is probably just an integer, but what do I know? And then random.next bytes salt. I like the autocomplete. This is actually a lot better than the autocomplete is for languages like TypeScript. Okay. Oh, this is complicated. Okay, so then we need message digest. md equals message digest dot get instance. Now, does it get the autocomplete for the string? No, it doesn't. Okay, I guess we're stuck with SHA 512, which I'm pretty sure is completely flawed, but it's fine. And then finally, byte hashed password equals md.digest password to. Okay, so we just need password.get bytes. Oh, and it's because it's already a char array. So can we just pop in password like that? I'm not sure. Let's see. Get bytes char array Java. Oh my. We're not doing that. Okay, we can just use new string, that's fine. Okay. Well, in fact, we'll just do that up here to make this a bit cleaner. We'll just do string, and then we'll say new string, like that. Okay, fine. And then we say string, and then password dot get bytes UTF-8. Okay, it would be nice if there was some kind of like string autocomplete, but that's fine. So can we log this is the question. Console dot sorry, I'm so used to C#. Println hashed password. does it give us the password? And also my Vim is messing up really badly. So, we do sign up, username, Joe, password, 123, and it does do the password input. Okay, it actually looks like that worked. I could be wrong, but it looks like that worked. Now, the question is, are we going to be able to compare it and check if it's actually a valid hash? What properties do we have here? Let's see. So arrays.toString. Oh, okay. So this is just encryption. This isn't hashing. Oh, this is stupid then. This is completely pointless. But it's fine. We're gonna roll with it anyway. Even if it's the most stupid thing ever, we're still gonna roll with it, guys. So let's see if that works. Yeah, I was actually more looking for hashing rather than encryption, but it's fine. We'll just roll with it. It's fine. So arrays.toString hash password. What would I do without you guys? Okay. I'm guessing we just need to. Yeah, I don't. How do we convert that to an actual string? Because at the moment it's just giving me the array. Let's try run that again. Yeah, if you guys could tell me how to convert a byte array to a string, that would help. Our new string? Sure. We'll try it. I'm just getting you guys to do it for me. Hashed password. Nope. Wait. What I'll do is I'll just say byte array to string Java. We'll Google it. We'll be big boys. Okay, we just need to specify the standard. That's fine. So this should work. Nope. Well, let's try this method then. Base64 dot get encoder dot encode to string hash password. We will get this eventually, and if not, we can just scrap the encryption because we're kind of running out of time here. I'm aiming to get to like the 2-hour mark. I think that's a pretty solid length for the stream. So hello. No, okay. It doesn't matter. I wasn't too bothered about getting this encryption working. I thought it'd just be a pretty nice thing to have. So all we need to do now is users.add. Now that's an interesting one. I guess we just have to add a constructor here. So we'll just say like string username. I'm gonna use an underscore like an idiot. I do not care if it's best practice. But I don't know how this language works, so we're guessing. I am very sorry if this upsets you guys, or if this isn't following the standards, but at this point I just want to get this working. So username and password. Use a record. Yeah, someone mentioned records earlier. They don't sound very fun. But if I remember tomorrow, when we stream again, if we stream again, we'll look into records for sure. So
He's lying. He'll never stream.
yeah, I should stream again tomorrow. This has gone pretty well, and we're at like 77 viewers, which is pretty decent. So, we have this. We have this user added. And now what we need to do is check if that's valid. So, I guess we should automatically... We should also have like a log out as well. But we're going to speed run this now. So, we have the sign up. We want .user. And that's an interesting one. We want to say current user. Oh, this is all imported, but we're not actually using it. Okay. So we want to say static user, current user. Actually, can we have like optional types? Can we have this so like it's possibly null? Can we have like a question mark? Hang on. Optional types Java. Oh, wait, we can use this. Okay, thank you. We're learning very slowly, but surely. Public record. Okay, thank you very much. See, we're learning. Oh, and do we just do that like down here? Optional. Okay, thank you. So you guys are just carrying me here. I don't even need to Google anymore. I've just got stream chat. Well, we'll look into records tomorrow. This is pain. We'll just do this, okay, guys? It doesn't matter. It's not that deep. This isn't like some official project that's going to be presented to investors. It's fine. Okay. So, now we have that. We want to say user, and then we want to say if not user, or current user, sorry, then we just... Oh, it's lagging out again. There we go. Oh, do we not have a not operator? How do we... Hang on. Check optional type Java. We will get there. Well, oh, do we just have to check if current user is null? Yeah, there we go. See, we got it. We got it. And then we just want to say system.out.println. And we just want to say you are currently not logged in. And then down here we just want to say otherwise we want to say system.out.println username, and then the username. In this case, it's just current user.username. Now, how do we do that? I'm not entirely sure. Because it's optional. I think I accidentally closed my incognito. There we go. Wait, what did that copy? Optional. Yeah, okay. I'm not entirely sure how we check for the username. Maybe Java's just dumb. Oh, we have to use gets? What? Really? Like that? I don't... That's kind of dumb. Sure. We're learning. It's fine, guys. I mean, without you guys, I'd probably be stuck, but it's all good. Okay. That should be it. Okay, so we get the current user, and then we have logout, and this literally just sets current user equal to null. Exit is already set. Users, this is pretty self-explanatory. We just want to say, we actually just want to copy this realistically. We're going to cheat a little bit. We're tired. And then we say, we'll just print out all of them. So we'll just say system.out.println user.username. And then login. And then this is pretty similar. We just want to say this. And then, yeah, this is going to be very similar to the sign up. And I get this is sloppy code. I know there are ways to improve this, but it doesn't matter, okay? It really doesn't matter. Okay, that's interesting actually. It doesn't let me use these twice. So I guess we'll just call this sign up username and sign up password. And again, I get this is a dumb way of doing it, but I don't particularly care. Because we're just experimenting. But we'll hopefully work on something proper and something that looks cool later on. Even if the code is horrendous. So we'll say login username. Login password. User. And we haven't tested this yet, so it could go horribly wrong. And login password equals user.password. Then we say login user equals user. And then we say if login user equals null. I guess we just want to do like optional user again. I'm not sure about that actually. Oh, it has to be initialized. Are you using Vim? I'm using an emulator. It's like a Visual Studio Code extension that allows me just to emulate it here. So I can just use move the cursor around. We'll answer questions in a bit, guys. We will just get this working to some level. And then we'll do a quick Q&A and then we'll end it there. So we need to... Yeah, I don't know about that one actually. I don't know why it's complaining here. So we will cheat again and Google it, but that's what it's all about. It's all about Googling and finding out for yourself, or using the Twitch chat, the YouTube chat to get the answers for free. Oh, in it to know? You are right. You are right. Thank you very much. Can't believe I've screwed that up. We're learning, okay, guys. It's all part of the learning journey. Okay. And then if login user is equal to null, we'll just say error, invalid username or password. And then otherwise, we'll just break. Otherwise, we'll just say system.out.println, and then we'll say logged in as plus login user dot username plus that. And we also want to say current user equals login user. Cannot convert. So let's Google this one. The way you learn sucks, sure. Yeah, we are using W3 schools in fairness. No, I think this is an effective way to learn. I think just trying things out and experimenting and seeing what works and doesn't work is actually quite an effective thing to do. And yeah, I blame I blame Java. It's Java's fault. It's always Java's fault, never the programmer's fault. This isn't really giving me. It's because I've added this here. Maybe we do just have to assign this as optional. But then it just complains here. New optional. What? Optional.wrap. You guys are throwing with random things at me, but let's see. So yeah, we need to set that to null. This is what we want. Optional.something. Yeah, I don't know what you guys mean by that. Do you have to use .get or something? I don't know. Yeah, I'm actually clueless. I actually have no idea.
Just gotta hop in and say it's because current user is still optional. That could be-
Current user? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
So does that mean I just need to change this to an optional type? Although I don't need to set current user to optional realistically. Wait, hang on. Realistically, all I need to do is remove this baloney. Set that to null. And then down here, get rid of that. Okay. There we go. Perfect. So, in theory, this should work. Now, we obviously know it's not gonna work. But, we're gonna try it. Where's my console go? So, let's first of all use sign up. We'll say username Joe, and we'll say password 1 to 5. And then we say .user. You are currently not logged in. And that's probably because it doesn't actually make us log in. No, it doesn't. Okay. So we just say .login, username Joe 1 2 3 4 5. Error, invalid username or password. Interesting. If user username equals login username and login password equals, we'll just make this a bit clearer. Say login password like that. Yeah, I'm starting to see the pain with this language. It's weird. And that could just be because it's the first time I'm trying this out. But I can definitely see with the types, they're just not very pleasant to use.
Oh, if you're doing strings, then dot equals might be better.
Okay. We'll try that then. That makes more sense, actually. We're learning slowly. But yeah, I appreciate the help. It's actually making it a lot easier rather than just trying to do this on my own. Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. So, Bob. I don't actually know if I did that password right. Let me do it again. I think I broke it. So sign up, Bob 1 2, and then log in, Bob 1 2. Logged in as Bob, and then we do .user, username Bob, and then if we sign up again, we say Joe. Okay, we can log in as Joe. Say .user is Joe, users Bob and Joe. Brilliant. And then we can say .logout and .user, and then it says you're currently not logged in. And finally, we can exit. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. The most basic thing I could have ever made, which took way longer than it should have by about half an hour. That actually took an entire hour to do. That is embarrassing. But yeah, okay, I guess it's question time. So I'm actually going to stop the recording for the video. And you guys can feel free to ask me a couple questions. Make sure you ping me as well, because I may not see it. Oh, and if anyone has any questions in VC, let me know as well. There is going to be a silence for a sec due to the delay between me and the stream.
What delay?
Why on earth Java? Why on earth Java? Because I thought it would be entertaining. I thought it would be a fun, entertaining little project to work on, and I didn't actually intend to learn Java permanently. I intended literally just to look at what it's all about, look at why everyone hates it, and then take it from there.
Did you enjoy hating it?
Did I enjoy hating it?
Yes.
No, not particularly. I think especially the types and the lack of some of the features and the way they've done things is very weird. I'm not a fan of it, in all honesty, and I'm starting to see why everyone hates it.
Is Java like JavaScript?
Not really.
No.
I mean, JavaScript was conceptualized based on Java, but I don't think it's anything. I don't think they're like anything like each other, except for maybe syntax.
I was joking on the noobs. I would ask that.
What is my first programming language? My first programming language is actually GDScript for Godot. I initially got into programming with Godot, or Godot, whatever you want to call it. And then I spent a few months learning that, and the code was truly awful. Like I would have a boolean, right? But I would do something like is x right, is false. but I would also have like isn't X. It was like the most stupid thing ever, and actually made it so much harder to write in. I wasn't the best programmer at the time. I was truly horrible at it. And then I kind of got into web development, and that's kind of what I'm best at in my opinion. How long have you been coding for? I've been coding for 2 years, over maybe 2.5 years. Not that long. What is my favorite language right now? I would say either TypeScript or C#. TypeScript's my most used language for sure, but I really like how C# works. I think it's really simple and easy to use. IntelliJ, yeah. I touched on IntelliJ briefly, but I didn't use it properly. I think I used it briefly for C#, so I can't really comment on it. But it's definitely something I should try, and I was actually thinking of making a video on trying an IDE, but I don't know if you guys would be willing to watch that. How do I feel now using Java? I've got a headache. I want to go to sleep. Yeah, it wasn't the best experience, but hey, at least we know what it's all about now, and we can actually now join the gang of people hating on Java because we've tried it and we know it's horrible now. I don't know how long this would have taken me if I didn't have the help of Twitch chat. YouTube chat and Discord. I keep calling it Twitch chat. I don't know.
Twitch chat moment.
Yeah. Am I thinking of getting back into game dev? So my problem with game dev is just there's so many different tasks that you have to do when you want to make a game, unless you want to start a team. But starting a team can be quite difficult if you don't know the right people. But I'm not a very artistic person. I'm not the best at making YouTube, although I do enjoy making YouTube. But I'm not the best of art or anything like that, so I'd really only be specialized in the programming part, meaning that even if the functionality was really impressive, the game wouldn't look very impressive. So I just figured game dev really isn't for me unless I want to do it in a team. But if I were to start it in a team, I think that we could definitely take it somewhere. But it just depends on finding that team. Do I find that C# is fairly similar to Java? Oh yeah, for sure. I think C# is very similar to Java, but I think I prefer C# so far. I think that C# have done a better job of the type implementation, and things aren't as confusing and poorly designed.
Boolean is down. I can't update my roles.
Yeah, Boolean, the Discord bot, we need to sort that out. I think we've got Boolean working. But
Was
we
it
just
just like a
need to
patch or
host
an
it.
update or something?
Yeah.
Or was it a poll?
It was just an error, and the person with the server unfortunately couldn't use the server anymore. So.
So you just had to implement a new server into it.
Yeah. Any further questions, guys? Before I end this off, we have hit the 2 hour and 12-minute mark, which is pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with that.
May I go to bed?
You're gonna go to bed?
May I go to bed?
You may
Because
go to bed.
Slept all night. I have not slept all night.
All right. Have I tried Rust? I have. No, actually I haven't really. I can't say I've tried Rust. I installed it and I printed the hello world and I left it. My thoughts on Rust are that it looks like a really solid language, but I feel like the community just isn't big enough to, make something nice in it with a bunch of functionality, because there just aren't enough packages for it yet. What do I think about Copilot? I don't use Copilot. I do have access to it, but I don't use it because I just found it gave a lot of useless stuff, and that may just be because I didn't really give it a chance. But no, personally, I'm not a fan of it. I prefer just writing it out and not being lazy. How did I get into web development? That's an interesting question. I can't even remember. I think one day I just stumbled across HTML. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try this today. And then I learned HTML, and then I got to CSS, did a bit of JavaScript, and then somehow I accidentally learned React and Redux. Like, I just figured, sure, we'll try it out. These were the days where I was like really keen to learn everything. That's a little harder now, but yeah, I was just playing around with everything, and then I kind of just learned new thing after new thing, and then I got pretty decent in React. And I also learned a bit of backend later on as well. I found that Express was pretty nice to use. What year are you in school? Well, I'm not in school anymore. I'm actually in the holidays, and then after the holidays, I go to college. which is not like American University. It's like the I don't know how to explain it. It's like the third stage in the UK. Have I ever tried WebAssembly? No, I haven't. It looks pretty nice though. I like the concept of having it like run natively in the browser, and it adds a lot more flexibility. But I think a lot more needs to be done with WASM. Any browser other than Firefox? Firefox is the only browser I really use. I like Chrome as well, but I don't know. I just prefer Firefox. It's just nicer to use. There's no particular reason. Have I tried Nux.js yet? Oh wait, I've missed a question. Do you love being a web developer? Well, there are parts of it I really like, and there are parts of it I don't like. I really like the ability to just... I think web development, in my opinion, is actually really easy once you kind of get the idea of it, because there's just so much you can do with it, and it opens so many possibilities, so many different startups you can try. But the downsides to it is it can be very tedious and annoying sometimes, especially with CSS. It can take a lot of time, especially if you're a bit rusty in it. Have I tried Nux.js? Well, I haven't even used Vue. That's just like the Next.js of Vue, right? Yeah, I haven't tried Vue at all, let alone Nux.js, so I can't really comment on that. What I found with Vue is just the strings were a bit weird. Like the if statements and strings were a bit weird, but I realized it's not really a valid reason not to use it. I just prefer React because it gives a lot more kind of control over your applications. So we'll take one more question and then I think we'll end it off. So I'll wait for the next question to pop up. Web dev is not easy. That's true actually. I think enterprise web development, it depends on what you're doing. I think you're right actually. And it depends. So if you're doing something pretty simple, and you got some simple functionality, it can be pretty easy to make like a nice portfolio or something like that. But I guess, yeah, if you're making a full application, you need to design everything and figure out how everything's going to interact with each other, figure out the architecture of the backend. Yeah, it can be very difficult, I guess. You're right. And then final question, is there going to be another Java stream? Yes, there is. Well, there should be. I'll think about it, but I think so. I think that we're going to do this. And then what I'll do is I'll just turn these into a YouTube video. Also, oh, okay. That's another hide user on this channel. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just turn this into a YouTube video, edit it together, and then make it into something interesting, and hopefully that will get a decent amount of viewage, but we'll see. But yeah, there likely will be another Java stream around the same time tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining, guys. I appreciate it. We actually got a lot more views than I expected, so I really appreciate that. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.